Okay, so picking up literally the exact same spot where I logged off yesterday. Like, unlike other times where I haven't really played, or I have played a tiny bit just to like situate myself. But this topic today, it's pretty personal to me because I have had problems with it, and I thought it's really important to just share with you guys because it is a topic that I think needs to be talked about more because people have an issue with it, and it is money and how not to waste it. So I know there's been a few YouTubers who have made this, and I don't mean to like kind of copy them because it is more of a growing topic. I just obviously this channel is me sharing my personal experiences, and everyone has different experiences. So is it really copying? It's more taking inspiration, right? I mean, everyone says that like if they are copying, like I'm just taking inspiration, don't blame me, guys. But like this time I actually am because I want to obviously tell you my experiences and why wasteful spending is bad for your financial health and why and I've had stories where I have spent money on shit I don't use anymore and I don't want and I regretted it. And I don't want you guys to make that mistake. Obviously, understanding wasteful spending, I think the best way to kind of learn how to not waste your money is by, it's sad, but you kind of have to learn the hard way. You kind of have to buy something like of a decent price, like within the $50 range, and then you're like, oh damn, this isn't actually as good as I wanted. Because my mom used to always tell me the excitement of wanting something is greater than actually having it. And I didn't realize that until like 3 years ago. And that's actually, it's true. Like, I, I don't think that my arm is stuck in the boat animation. Oh, now it's gone. Okay, but yeah, and it's just you don't want to waste your money. You don't want to buy. You don't want impulse decisions. Impulse is how you waste your money. I actually took marketing class, so I know a bit about this. So I'm not experienced. What am I saying? But I can tell you guys from what I've learned in marketing class. There's impulse buys, and there's buys that you plan. I don't remember the name. This is how you know I'm not professional. But yeah, impulse buys. You can target that, but you don't really want to do that. That's how you waste money, in my opinion. And where areas where people waste money is groceries and food. I think grocery stores are like the most normalized scam in this world, especially nowadays. Where like there was a period where like a block of cheese, like cheddar cheese, was like $8, dude. I'm not getting that. And like I cook with cheese so much. Oh, it's a new village. I cook with cheese so much, and I cook with eggs are actually good. They're only like $4. But I live in Canada, right? So obviously, if you look at the news, it's a bit expensive. But like even like at fast food nowadays isn't even worth it because the whole point of fast food was it's cheap, reliable, and consistent. But now it's not even in the cheap range. It's like in the medium mid range. Like a meal at McDonald's is like $15 or like $10. And I'm like, bro, I'm not getting that. Like the whole point of going to McDonald's is getting like a burger and a meal for like $6, $7. And now it's like into the 11, 12 range. Like you fucking doubled your prices within the last, oh, excuse me, within the last like 7 years. Like, dude, inflation is that bad, I guess, but like, come on. And it's just, I don't know. I know it's only gonna get worse, and obviously this video can't do anything about it, but like, it's just sad because like it gets to a point where like houses are like millions of dollars for like an apartment. I swear, like I see apartments in like Seattle. I don't live in Seattle, but I've seen them. They're like 800K for like a three-bedroom apartment. Like, no, come on. Come on, what are we doing here? I mean, that's not bad. That's actually good for today's economy. I know, can you believe it? Oh my God, these houses are so nostalgic. I remember these. But it's like, dude, I don't need that, yo. Like, well, yeah, obviously I do need it. I need a fucking house. But like, I know it's only gonna get worse because I'm not in the range to buy a house yet, obviously. And the sooner you can buy a house, the better right now because it's just gonna get worse and worse. And obviously this depends where you live. Like some places it's way cheaper. But as I said, I live in Canada, which is like the most inflated for house prices. And like It's sad. Like I might have to move out one day when I get a house, when I'm planning to get a house, right? And um, just to avoid wasteful spending, you kind of want to look ahead of time. Like, what if your friend has it? You can budget. You can like see like, oh, do I have enough money to even buy this? You can like, there's apps obviously online where you can manage a budget. As I said, avoid impulse buy purchases because like wait like 24 hours before you buy something because like apparently this is actually a study, but you're not supposed to online shop late at night because you're more likely to do impulse decisions and like mindful spending is not where it's at its peak. And you want mindful spending and you need to ask yourself, is this item really worth it? Like when you're buying, is this item really worth it? I encourage you guys to do that. You have to really think like, do I need this or do I just want this, right? Do you want it? Because if you need it, sure, get it. But if is it just a want? And like, there's examples of like necessities over like what you want, like food. Like obviously you need food, but want is like candy. Like, do I need candy or like sweet foods? Like you can get cheaper food. Like, hey, do I want this food because it's good, or can I get a cheaper option that's higher quality and just as good, right? So you're like, or and you're like, okay, I'll get that, right? Because you want to buy the cheaper option if it has the same amount of just if it's the same if it's as healthy, if not healthier. Obviously, organic is more expensive, but like I think in that case, organic is worth it because you don't want like processed shit in your foods, right? I'm very big about that. Another thing you can do is track your spending and like you can if you know my mom does this, she actually keeps her receipts and she writes them in a journal so she knows how much she spends every day, which I used to think was pretty funny. But now I get that because like you want to know how much you're spending per week, per month, per year. And that's important because you can evaluate like, oh, what should I cut down on? What should we cut down on? What should I change next year for compared to this year where I can spend less money? Or like, hey, I actually had a lot more money than I thought I did this year. What can I buy more? So you can find that sort of budget when going into purchasing stuff, right? You can find like your own budget. And it's very important to do that. And I actually respect my mom a lot for doing that because obviously that's important. Another thing you can do, you can take advantage of discounts. That's what I like to do. Like if I have a coupon for like a restaurant, I'll use it because like obviously I'm like $10 off, right? And you don't have to overbuy. Like why buy too much just because they're on sale? Like just because they're on sale doesn't mean obviously sales are important, but like if it's on sale and you don't really need it, again, I'll evaluate your needs and wants, but if you need it and it's on sale, yeah, obviously get it. But like people get tracked on when they're like, oh shit, it's on sale, but they don't fucking want it. Like, why would you want it? Why would you buy it if you don't want it? Or they do want it, but like, it's a want, right? And set financial goals, um, short term and long term. Like, hey, I want to buy a house, or hey, I want to buy this computer, or like, hey, I want to buy this. I want to go out to eat this. And that brings me to limit eating out because cooking at home is often a lot cheaper than it is going out because going out it's so expensive. You get like I don't know, like I swear like it's probably inflated at least 40% if you go out to eat instead of ooh, 3 diamonds. That's crazy. What do I throw at the apple? But yeah, you can go out. If you go out, just do it like once a week. Make it a special occasion. Don't make it too often, obviously, because that's bad. And cook at home and just reduce what you need and just like cut unnecessary subscriptions from your life. So in conclusion, don't eat out as often because usually it's a lot more expensive, like 40% more in my case, or that's just what I'm saying. Cook at home, set financial goals, evaluate your needs and wants. You can understand your spending and avoid wasteful spending and don't do impulse decisions. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.